Lay back in here like swimwear. I'm such a hoarder. I'm such a hoarder. Joey Cromer. I'm a hoarder. Better. Ooh. Ooh. I want to show you something. Oh, a whole bunch of people came in all of a sudden. Never mind, I won't show you. I was going to show you something, but I'm not. Oh, wait. I'll show you later. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. We almost there. Tomorrow is Friday. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend and have some incredible plans because the weather is getting warm, right? The weather is getting really warm and it's definitely time for those vibes. So, what y'all got planned this weekend? I was looking crazy. Honestly, I've been sad this morning. I've had that freaking Texas thing weighs heavy on me, y'all. I cry every morning. I did the same thing when Ukraine went to war. I cried every morning. It was really heavy on me, and I can't help but feel it. So I guess that was a reflection of how I felt on the inside, Joey. But internally myself, I'm blessed, and I have nothing to complain about. But I just, it's heavy. It's a heavy thing that happened. Such a fucking heavy ass fucking thing. But we gotta keep pushing, I guess, and try to figure it out. On a lighter note, I'm in love. I literally have a heart as a scar on my arm. Is that crazy? I just now realized I had a heart on my arm. I had a potential cancer spot burned off my arm about a year ago, and I just realized that the scar looks like a heart. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm in love, you guys. I'm in love with Joey. What? It stinks? You put more vinegar in it? Oh. Let's see, all your tattoos. Oh, I don't want to show all my tattoos. I'll just show you these. I'll show you this one. I have this. I have this. This. I have more on my back. Yes, birthday party vibes this weekend. Everybody say happy birthday to Joey Cromer. It's his birthday. He's having a party. I'm going to the spa today myself in a couple hours to go swimming all day, so I'm excited. And I think I was going to go to Vegas this weekend, but I'm not going to be able to make it because my best friend's daughter's having a birthday, and so I was going to go there, but I can't go because I'm kind of on the broke side, and I can't afford a Vegas trip. But it's all right. We'll figure out what to do this weekend. Oh, yeah, because Jade is going with me to the spa. We're going with the owners of my office. So we're leaving around 12 Pacific Standard Time, I think we're leaving. I got to go pick up my youngest from school at 11. So, yeah. It's going to be a chill day. I'm excited. I like the spa every now and then. They put a lot of chlorine in their water, so if I go too many times in a row, it gets like I get rashes and shit. But every once in a blue moon to go is not bad. My kids chafe really bad at their pools too because of the chlorine content. It's a raggedy ass spa. Raggedy ass spa. Ooh, Coach is having a 40% off sale, y'all. Go check them out. Go check them out. Hey, Brooklyn. Yeah, I'm gonna look cute today at the spa. I'm wearing my bikini, and I'm gonna wear these see-through pants that have a ruffle down the side, like the ones you see at Fashion Nova, except I found mine cheaper at Ross. And they're high-waisted, so they kind of tuck good. I was impressed. I was like, wait, what? I'm about to wear these bitches today. But the only thing I'm thinking is, like, am I going to wear them in the pool and take them off and on, or am I just going to wear them, like, I don't know. Because I don't like that fabric in water. It gets weird. But what's up, everybody? What's the deal? Nobody else doing anything this weekend? Hey, Lulin. What's up? I pushed my hair back, my bangs back, and now they're all funny. Now I got a different kind of part. I should part it on this side next time. Mine is not. I planted flowers that already had blossoms on them, and the squirrel ate all my blossoms. Yeah, mine's not, but I'm glad yours is. My squirrel, I have a squirrel issue in my garden, and he needs to have a relocation happen. I need to relocate him. I don't want to kill him. I just don't want him to come to my garden. Well, there was a stray cat. And I do have a dog in the front yard, but the dog's not allowed to go in the backyard because she destroys and eats my plants too. So I don't do cats though because I'm allergic. But there was a stray cat out there. I don't know what happened to the stray cat. I feel like he's a lazy stray cat. There's a lot of stray cats. Oops, Spirit's with me. What happened? Did somebody just come in the room or what? My ears is ringing. It's my right ear. Something on the right side. This is a tall person. Feels feminine. Grand Rising Nesquik. Did you just come in the room, Grand? Oh my God, maybe it was you. I just had a ringing in my right ear just now. And I've seen an older woman that's tall and lanky. Is that connected to you, Nesquik? Yeah, is that connected to you? Do you have somebody that's deceased around you that's tall and lanky and older? And kind of hunched over? Sometimes tall people tend to hunch because they don't like to stand so upright. It could be a man. I was confused about it being a man or a woman, and then I just kind of went with my instinct in saying feminine. But initially, my first feeling was that I wasn't unsure if it was male or female, just because of the wrinkles and the age. You know, when people get old, they tend to look the same. You can't tell feminine from male because they're all wrinkled other than clothes, right? So it's kind of like I feel like, so he was really old. I gotta shave my legs before I go to the swimming today, y'all. Hey, Brandon, how you doing? My paternal grandmother passed, and she had a hunchback, rheumatoid arthritis, and I didn't know her. I'm good, Brandon. Thank you. Was she tall? Because this person's like tall, meaning they don't necessarily have to be really tall, but I feel like maybe lanky, like longer arms, longer limbs, but maybe regular sized like torso and body. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so Nesquik, did Nesquik leave out of here? I just want to make sure. Maybe it is for you, Joey. And so would she have been olive skinned? Like this feels like a Italian or Indian. Because there's some, I wouldn't say dark skin, but it's like a light skinned olive color. Would that sound right for Joey then? He was really dark. Your grandfather was really dark. So let's see if that was for Joey then. He was a black man. Okay. Yeah, this feels not a black man. Yes, got Irish. But that's not olive skin. Would they be olive skinned? I'm not really actually doing readings right now. The only reason I'm even doing any of this right now is because Spirit came in on its own. But I'm not even answering questions. I'm sorry, Haley. But you can definitely give me a follow. And if you see the notifications of when I go live and you see the 3 crystal balls emojis, then I'm definitely doing free readings. You'll catch me doing free readings a lot. Are you so I void? Are you so I void? I don't understand, Brandon. I'm sorry. I'm olive skinned. You were drawn to me, Haley. Aw, thank you. I mean, I believe in that completely. There must be something here that you need. Hey, that motherfucking mouth is here. What up, queen? Well, it might be associated with you, but either way, something came in. My ear was ringing on the right side. I don't know if the right side is significant to either one of to you, Joey, or I don't think it's associated with Nesquik, but it was on my right side, and I don't know if that's because it entered on my right side or if it has something significant to do with the right. No, I'm not doing voodoo. I don't do voodoo. Hey, Queen. Hold on, I missed your comment. Hey, Queen. Got your plushies with the big booties ready. Shut up! Let me... Ah! Oh, my God. Did you make a video about it, girl, so I can see? Let me find out. You haven't spoken to that family in 20 plus years. It might be associated with you. I'm not answering questions right now, Haley. Sorry. Yes, hey, Queen, hey. Y'all better go check out her plushies. She got the big booty ones, too. I'm about to give me one. Don't play with me. Oh, for me? Exclusive? Nobody else said less. Say less. Yes. I'm gonna come check you out, boo. I'm gonna come check you out. Let me throw some cloud right now because she got a BBL for me. I did it all extra for you, queen. No. Oh, Spirit must have led you to learn about fakes. Well, there you go. That's your answer. I'm a fake. Have a good day. All right, Brandon, have a good one. Yes, Joey. Yes, Joey. Lord have mercy. I don't want to move, you guys. I'm tired. You ever have those days where you just get tired? You just be tired. Tired. What up, CJ Russell? How you doing? But school is officially over. I am no longer in school, so that's a blessing right there. I'm excited about that. Like, I'm off for summer. You're exhausted too. Yeah, it's like, I guess, are we still like in some leftover prostitute? Yeah, it's like, I guess, are we still like in some leftover energy from the moon and shit? Because I just feel like still a little bit like tail end grabbed onto, if that makes sense. Yes, CJ, for sure, for sure. Summertime is here. I'm taking my kids out of school early today. My daughter's coming out of school early today because we're going to go to the spa and swim. So I'm picking her up in an hour or so. That's what I was going to ask you. That's what I was saying. We're probably still in some shit because I feel it. I'm still tired. I feel really exhausted. But I have been manifesting. I've been called to manifest. Not manifest. I shouldn't say that. What? Yes, I'm a psychic medium. Until the first week of June. What was I gonna say? Fudge, I forgot what I was gonna say. But I feel it. I've been super emotional. I've been feeling... Oh, I was talking about manifestation, and I was saying how lately I've been not necessarily called to manifest, because I know you're not really supposed to be doing that, but I have been driven and called to kind of like reaffirm some of the ones I've already put into place, if that makes sense. I've been in hermit mode for a while. Like, I feel like I've been in hermit mode with my life. Like, I do stuff, but I'm very private, way more than I ever was. I was a social butterfly before, and I used to like mingle and go out and be like, I have to go do something. I have to be in these streets doing something. And now I love being at home in my Zen place and just being chill and okay with that. Like, I'm so happy here. And I can still go out and have fun when need be and hang out with people and be social, right? But I tend to just do that in sporadic moments than necessarily all the time now. And I love it. Like, it's so imbalanced for me, because sometimes like doing too much and going out too much puts us in a bad place, and it's a lot of bad juju or feelings off of the energy that's out there. And so we have to always recover from that, which can cause a lot of distress and bumps in our own lives. So for me to find balance in my personal life, I had to limit how much of that I was doing to kind of create like this balance. So now when I feel like I'm too basic and I'm too rested and I'm too, okay, let's throw this out there, and it kind of brings me back to, you know what I mean, where I need to be, because I don't need to do that much to feel in balance when it comes to socialization and stuff like that. Maybe some people have to hang out more with people, but I think that comes a lot with not needing validation from others to feel whole. Okay, a lot of us, and I'm saying it just like that, no offense taken to anybody, but I feel like a lot of people who feel the need to be around people often, when you become woke, you realize you don't care what people think. You don't care if they care about you. You don't care. You understand your lane, and you can love people who love you back, but the people that don't necessarily affect your life on a daily on a daily basis, you don't care, right? So it's kind of like, because you're not affected by them, you don't have a need to be around them necessarily like that. Well, hello, sis. How are you? Is a psychic medium scary? I mean, I guess it just depends on the perspective of the person. I don't think they're scary, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that don't understand what we do and would be scared. So I don't want to say that it's not scary, because I'm sure there are people out there that are scared of it, but I don't think it's scary. I'm an introvert anyway, but I open up to people who I want to spend my energy with, right? So that's how I've learned to be. I'm peachy into you, darling. I'm fabulous. Are we having burritos? I've been listening to meditation music when I sleep, trying to connect with my guides and find out about gifts. And how's that been going, Russell? How's that been going? Do you feel any shifts? Are you feeling any emotions? Are there things that are lining up, moving different, or what? You know it. Okay, sis. Let me throw you a cloud. Right quick. I want to do a live soon with you because I miss you. I want to do a live soon with you, girl. Make sure y'all go check out my Juicy Juice. That's my sis. I love her. Yay! I want to know how CJ's feeling after that, though. Like, you said you're doing it, but I love you more. How long you gonna be on live? Because I didn't even come on here for this kind of stuff, but we just casually started talking about it. What you doing? I'm waiting for CJ's response, too. I'm trying to see what he been feeling. Because I know, like, I tell my clients when they do meditations, oh, you can't really tell a difference, could be blocked. Don't, not yet. Don't think that way yet. I'm about to hop on a minute for a session. Okay, girl. Okay, I'll come see you. I'll see what you're doing. And don't think that you're blocked necessarily. Again, you're doing it when you're asleep, so of course you're not conscious, but it's like you're still getting the benefits and you're still causing motion and change and shifts. And so it's going to come gradually. And then what happens is, I think you'll have like some more epiphany moments where you'll be like, I feel like I'm just going to do one awake today. I feel like today I'm just going to try to do one awake, because your mind is already kind of like receiving that and moving in that favor. And it's like, okay, we need to trigger something because he's doing something here, right? And he's taking initiative. So we're going to do the next initiative, and we're going to come back and reciprocate, and we're going to give him an epiphany moment, and we're going to encourage him to do this. And then you're going to sit for 30 minutes and you're going to do one. You know what I mean? Or less, because it doesn't have to be more than 30 minutes. I tell people, because I'm ADD, I would never do more than 30 minutes. I get bored too freaking fast. So just do a meditation for less than 30 minutes and 20 minutes even. I would definitely stay above 10 minutes. And then just, you know, I used to get really sleepy at first too, until my intention changed, because my intention was more alert later, because that's how, it's not necessarily like going to be a rapid shift, but you will feel different shifts eventually, and you'll put it back, you'll look back. It's more like this. You won't notice so much what's happening in the shift until you look back in 3 months. And you're like, oh my God, I totally see it there, right? It's like looking at the bigger picture from the future, going back, you'll realize there were so many shifts happening, but you won't necessarily always feel it in the moment. So just keep up the good work. Eventually you'll get into a place where you start to experiment with awake meditation. In fact, I used to be so having to always do guided meditations because I had no idea what I was doing, and that's what I encourage everybody to start with. But I'm to the point now where I just kind of decide that I'm going to meditate, and I can sit and I can take myself there, and I'm going to be 100. I have this thing that happens when I close my eyes, and it's really weird. I just noticed it I can't say I just noticed it the other day. I've always noticed it, but I didn't understand or even question or try to process what I thought it was. I just thought it was part of my makeup or the way my body moved or reacted. But when I close my eyes, I will like close my eyes, and it will, when I get to a meditative place, when I get to that place that I know how to get to at this point, and I can't do it right now because I'm on live, but my eyes will somewhat do like this other like click internally where it feels like they blink inside, and maybe like a jelly type eyelid comes up. I don't know how to explain it, you guys. It just feels like a weird shift in my eye, and suddenly I see up here. It's like I'm taken up here to this other level, and I'm able to see like a movie screen type of effect of things. And so anyways, it's weird. It's like, so now I'm just saying, because I've evolved with my meditation, I can kind of do that independently. And so you'll get there. You know what I'm saying? Does it matter the number on the meditation? Like some have a 500 number, some 700 numbers. Meaning, are you doing guided meditation or frequencies? Are you looking at frequency music? Because that's what you mean by the numbers, right? So when you're doing frequency meditations, I believe you want to, I would just research it because I don't want to give you false information and I'm not so solid on it. But what I will say is I know the 532 or the 4 something, I can't remember. I don't even know about sevens. I have no knowledge on sevens, so look it up. But I feel like the 4 or the 5 is higher vibrational. All of it's higher vibrational. I want to say 4 something is for healing and 5 is for vibrating high. So it's just taking you through different frequencies to get you vibrating up and out. So 700 is probably like that's really intense, probably frequency that I'm not sure if you did, you would be able to. I have a feeling, because I'm going to explain. I did a meditation recently. I'm a starseed, and I recently did a meditation to connect with my lineage. And when I did it at bedtime because it was a kind of a longer meditation as well. And when I do longer meditations, I tend to want to do them when I'm sleeping, because like I said, it's kind of difficult sometimes to do them awake. So I did this one asleep. It was like an hour-long one, and trying to fall asleep to it, and I'm probably thinking of it now, it was probably definitely a 700, but like trying to fall asleep to that meditation, it was like my skin was crawling. So it becomes a frequency that you're not equipped for yet, in a sense, and your body can't handle it, and you're like, this feels so not comfortable because you're not there yet. So I don't know if you want to attempt the 700, because that's kind of might be too intense for you right now. I would start maybe with the 4 because you're healing, if that's what you're trying to do. Otherwise, the 5, I think, puts you at just kind of a more positive, since you healed everything, now let's vibrate you out of it type of thing. But I would definitely look into that and double check all that. You know what I mean? Okay, boo. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, we got a lot of likes in here. I appreciate you guys. That always brings other people in to hang out. I like to have these conversations because I feel like it helps people in their own lives evolve. Like sometimes we just feel so lost and confused and don't know what we're doing. What up, Big Tombo? How are you, sir? Happy Thursday. Glad to see you made it through Wednesday. Right? I'm going to burn some sage over here, you guys. Thank you. Burn some sage. Burn some sage. And I got some Palo Santo. I love Palo Santo. I say Palo Santo, but I know how to say it like the right way. Palo Santo. I don't know why I've always been really insecure about my accent. I don't think it's insecure like I don't like it. I think it's more of I get insecure about not wanting to hear people say something about it every time. Just because people are always like, oh, you actually sound like a Hispanic. I'm actually just hanging out, vibing, baking some apple pies and just talking, having conversation with people, yeah. Hey, Annie, how are you? What's up? Just vibing and hanging out. Oh, you chilling too? Do you bake apple pies too, sir? Put some sage on y'all, cleanse y'all spirit. Some of y'all being some negative-ish. So I'm going to extend some good vibes to you all out there in TikTok land, okay? No negative vibes in here today. Surviving best I can, laugh out loud. Apple pie sounds nice, doesn't it though? Tastes good too. Well, honestly, I prefer white sage. I recently came across a video that said you're not supposed to use white sage, but I love white sage. But not really. I like all sages, really. I like all of them. I got blessed with some recently, and so I've had an abundance of that. So I've just been using it. But no, not necessarily. I'm not too picky. I really like sweetgrass. I was told if given to you by a native elder, you are allowed to use it. There are a lot of rules. I was also told you're not supposed to buy your own sage, but I'm not about to wait forever for somebody else to buy it for me. You know what I mean? So I go and buy my sage. I'm sure there's tons of rules that I break when it comes to stuff like that, but I feel like, let me describe it like this. It's almost like when a baby does something wrong and you're almost okay with it because they're learning. Does that make sense? It's like you kind of like let them figure it out. They're going to understand through process, right? Like that's not exactly how it goes. So a lot of it, I think, it's like we're not going to be picky about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Yeah. Take a deep breath and blow out, you guys. Do you know how much power is in the exhale? I want you guys to know this. I practice telekinesis at times. And every time that item moves, it's on the exhale. Think about how powerful the exhale is then. You let go of everything when you exhale. That's how important it is to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Especially when there's apple pie in the air. Especially when there's apple pie in the air. Yeah. You guys, I've been really, really called to the fact that someone else said there wasn't bad energies. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like someone said there's no such thing as dark entities and demons? Okay, so this is how I'm going to address this. First of all, everybody has a different database in their mind because of their exposure, knowledge, and maybe like education, right? So spirit uses that database to give message. So how we perceive things is very individual, okay? So each individual psychic, witch, medium, starseed, whatever your label is as an intuitive gifted person, their way of articulating their perception of what they're being shown is always going to be somewhat different because of the fact that their database is different, okay? Now, consider there's stages and levels to how we receive these messages and how we can interpret these messages, right? So as we evolve in our awakenings, we are seeing and having awarenesses to things that trigger awarenesses within us, like clicks and synchronicities, and oh, that's why that's that way. And then we evolve out because now we've received and accepted, and now we're ready to receive the next level, right? So consider that everybody is on their own level as well. They're all in different stages of their awakenings and processes, and so what they're perceiving and seeing and processing is going to also be different than the next. This is why we shouldn't judge each other. This is why we shouldn't call everybody out and say, oh, that person's wrong and I'm right, okay? So in addition to that, I will say that what I see, and I can only speak for myself because I will not say that anybody's wrong or incorrect in what they see. What I see is what looks like to me dark shadows that exist in corners that have bad intentions, low vibrational entities that do exist in this world. There are also very powerful entities that existed before, like I have seen mystic creatures that are very large and scary and can have a dark energy to them. But I don't necessarily feel that those ones are always a danger to people. I have seen things that are very morbid and melty and nasty and look decrepit. And so there are things in the world that are very not light, not of source, okay? Not of God or the universe or of anything that is here to help you be better, okay? So there are absolutely things in the world that are here for your demise. There are things in this world that are here to destroy you. There are things in this world that are trying to conquer and divide and betray and deceit and cause anger, resentment, bitterness, low vibrational things that create more low vibrational things. I had a conversation with my son today about what happened in Texas. And I said it's really so sad because if you think about it, this kid went in and did this and everybody's hurting. And what is the first response somebody's going to have? I'm going to go kill this person. That's the first thing you think of. And I'm guilty of the same feeling because I have a fourth grader that goes to elementary school every day. And I think to myself, God forbid that happens. I would feel the same way. And how sad that we instinctively think to hurt somebody else instead of, hey, beautiful, considering the trauma and hurt that they've been exposed to that might have led them to this point. And let's really talk about that for a second. What is that? What is that? These dark things that are waiting for you and setting you up for failure, they attach themselves to people with vulnerabilities like this young man, and they create things like doubt and hurt and depression and anxiety and stress, and then you want to hurt yourself. And then it gets to a point where you're so consumed that I don't even think this kid knew what he was doing when he walked through that building. I don't even think this kid was really processing and understanding that he just did what he did. I think he was gone. I think he was taken over, and I don't think he was his true self anymore. I think his inner child was so fucked up. So I had a phone call. I apologize. Can you guys hear me? I think you guys can hear me. Hello, everybody. Hello, Dada. So, absolutely, I think that this kid was sexually molested, beaten, and assaulted as a young child around the age of 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. And because nobody protected him, not the school officials, not the family, he became very suicidal, probably very depressed, low vibrational young teenager. And here he is, 18 now, totally done, tapped out, feeling not safe, feeling not protected, feeling like this whole world set him up for failure. And how many of us have sat here and thought to ourselves, why are we existing today? Why am I here? Why is this life? Why were we born into a world to struggle and have to deal with these adversities? So then here you have a kid who feels failed by, okay? And he goes in and he just gives up and he's like, fuck everybody. We're all going out. We're all going to die anyways, right? Because that's where his mind is. This thing took him over. So why don't we think on an empathetic level? Why do we instantly think to ourselves, damn, I want to go hurt this person, instead of instinctively thinking to ourselves, this person is damaged because it was done to them, and that's a misfortune, that's an injustice. It's all an injustice, but it's the root of the problem. It's the root of the motherfucking problem. And we never look at the root of the problem. We see it for the surface value and we attack. Surface value and attack. Think about every single person. I'm telling you, every single person that's done something terrible in their life, it's because it was done to them. It was done to them. It was fucking done to them. And they don't have the tools or the understanding to break the cycle. And it's a sad, sad thing. And until we face that, it will continue and continue and continue. Period. Because the issue is mental health. The issue is that nobody is helping children. Nobody is helping these people. You have veterans out there struggling with fucking mental health and they have no services. You have children out here with no insurance. This kid probably had no medical insurance. He had nobody to talk to. He probably had nowhere to go. And so he just consumed himself with his own demonic, depressed, dark, low vibrating entity thoughts in his head, and then went out and shot up a school. That's the only thing I can think of. You know, that's the only thing it feels like to me. So we wonder what to do. Oh, let's attack the NRA because they have their gun laws. Fuck that. Because the people who get approved for the guns will still do it too. They're still going to do it too. Nobody's exempt from the mind. Nobody's exempt from dealing with mental health issues. You can have somebody with highest stature up here. You can have a whole army full of guns because somebody said they're allowed to have guns and they shoot people too. So it's not the NRA. It's not the guns. It's you guys need to fix your mind. You need to understand that it starts here, and the people who are damaged need this healed. Need this healed. Need this healed. You need to understand that you are not a product of what was done to you, okay? But nobody gives people the tools to work through that stuff. So they live in these prisons in their mind and they fuck themselves over. And that's the problem. Mental health. Mental health is and it's not necessarily mental health, but that's what it looks like in this dimension, in this world. Mental health is the problem if you want to articulate it to social media or whatever. But in the spiritual world, it is darkness. It is the darkness, the demons, the evil that is out there, that does exist, that's trying to take you down, that's wanting you to be destroyed. And it is. And I see that. So when people say it doesn't exist, or there's some people that are like, oh, we have to come into balance with it. I'm sorry. I don't want to come into balance with anything that I feel and have seen and have heard and felt is trying to destroy humankind. My purpose here on this earth is to teach everybody love and acceptance, and to know that there's a way out, and to know that this is not what we're destined for, and to know that there is something better. And I'm here to help teach people how to do that. And so if there's something that's here to set you up for the opposite of that, why would I be any part of that? That's not part of being in balance. But I do believe that part of being in balance is understanding that it exists, and not being naive to the fact that it exists, okay? Don't be naive to the fact that it exists. It is there. And I have a mentor who's been doing my work for 40 years. And one thing she always told me and still tells me to this day, she said, Michelle, don't ever not acknowledge Jesus Christ. Don't ever not acknowledge Jesus Christ. And I had a hard time with that because as I've been awoke to different things, I start to even question if God and Jesus is real. And I do think God and Jesus is real, okay? So I do acknowledge Jesus Christ. And I definitely walk through here and I protect and I call out in the name of Jesus Christ, okay? But I feel that Jesus Christ was one of us. That Jesus Christ was anointed, right? That Jesus Christ was a gifted person that turned water into wine and could heal people and cure people and do all that shit. That's what we do, you guys. And he was sent down by God, source, whatever, right? So whatever it is, God, source, the universe, Jesus was the first one of us, I guess, in a sense, I feel. And that resonates with me. So that's what we follow. That's what I follow. And anything that is not of that light. And I don't feel that I'm necessarily human, but I don't feel humans are bad necessarily. I just feel humans are lost. They're kind of a dumb race. It's like they really need help. They're struggling out here in these streets. And so other universes come down and kind of say, hey, let us help you out. And they don't listen. Humans don't want to listen. Anyways, thank you. You know what? That's the only way to be. And I've been realizing lately that we're in a time in this world where it's getting really fucking bad. And it's not time to be silent. It's not time to be silent. It's not time to be fake. It's not time to be telling you sugarcoating shit. You know what I'm saying? As I see it, I'm gonna tell you because I'm feeling the same way you are. I see it as I'm telling it. Okay, so when I see it and I feel it and it's being shown to me, I'm gonna share it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm feeling very called to tell people a lot of things right now that I feel are going to be very controversial. And I think the big one that I exposed today is that we need to stop pointing fingers at the criminals. And we really need to start pointing fingers and not even the people that were before them. Okay? Because this is not even about pointing fingers. Let's say we have somebody who hurts animals and kills people and they were beaten by somebody before them. Well, that person was beaten by somebody before them and that person was beaten by somebody before them. So it's never really the person, like it's not about pointing fingers at the person who's doing the crime. But however, I will say this, I do feel people have to be accountable. We all have a right to accountability. We all have to say and look within and be responsible and accountable for our actions at some point. But this is where I think it does become a thing where prisons should be mental health facilities. Prisons should be out here doing mental health, soul searching, healing type shit with these people. Show them their actions were wrong through self-love and teach them how to look within and understand that what was done to them doesn't have to continue within their lifetime. Instead of isolating them and making them feel more of what they already feel about themselves. Because that's all that is. You have a bunch of people in prison who have put themselves in a place that they already had in here. They already lived in that place. That's why they feel safe there. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing that, okay, because that's not love, understand that they are victims as well of the same fucking cycle. And instead of condemning them, they need to be healed and helped. And maybe coming out in the real world isn't always the right answer. Maybe it is about a transition. Maybe we should start with some kind of a camp and they come out into camps and then from there they transition because they prove themselves within that camp. Like, I don't know what that looks like yet at this level. But what I do know is that prison and throwing people away and they're just victims themselves, that's not okay. That's not okay. And I know there's sick people out there. There's sick people out there. And so I do think it's necessary on a certain level to kind of, when you try to get to know a situation, when you try to analyze the situation as like a period of time where you say, to what level, to what degree is this situation within our help, our control? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how far gone is this person? How much work is it going to take? Like an evaluation, right, of the level or degree that this person is at. And you really got to go through those layers, and you attempt, and you go every time and you do an evaluation. And I feel like the prison system is supposed to kind of be like that, but it's failed, right? It's failed. So anyways, the point being, it's not about the prison system. More so is I just think we have an epidemic of mental health issues where people are not getting the help that they need to heal and understand and process. And that's why it's my duty and other people's duty to kind of be that. And that's why we survive things in life, right? So we survive the bullshit independently. We all go through shit, right? We're like, oh, we were all molested as children. We were all beaten. We all watched our parents get a divorce. We all went through bullying, right? We all been through something, right? And we say that, and I lost my whole thought. Damn it. I was on a roll. What's up, Lady B? A lot of times when I lose it, I think Spirit says, stop, you're doing too much. Nonetheless, you guys know where I'm going. You guys know where I'm going. I just think that it's gone, y'all. Spirit said, it's a wrap, girl. You was doing too much. But I am trying to educate on everything that I feel, and there are levels to it, and I do think there's dark out there. So I hope that answered your question, CJ. Oh, snap. No, you good, Lady B. You are okay. We're just in a conversation. We're having a deep conversation about the world. And I feel like what's going on in the world is avoidable, because I think that, and this is the other thing, and I know it's hard to comprehend. And one of the things that I notice in the world, in the spiritual thing, because I think to myself, what is the shift between the common and the common and the woke? Like, how do we get people to align to where they need to get to understand the woke side of things, right? Yes! Okay, have fun, CJ. Have fun. Thanks for the deep combo. I think people don't realize the spiritual world looks a certain way because of the concrete common world. And I think more that you can mesh the idea together, you understand that there is this spiritual world and there are these spiritual effects. And I think like one way that I try to describe to people what that looks like is like sometimes early demonic possessions will look like you stub your toe, you get a flat tire, you're late to work, you get fired, you have an eviction notice, your kids are sick, you're in the hospital. Oh my God, this has been the worst month, the worst year, my worst life ever, right? And so those are the beginning stages of demonic possessions. And to us, we're just thinking we're having a bad day or some bad luck. So let me tell you on a spiritual level what some other things look like. Right, exactly. And so people don't understand, because we've been taught to live in this physical world. They don't understand how to accept the spiritual world because they don't even know what that looks like. They don't understand how can we be spiritual? Like, how can we do these things? How are there demons? I don't see them. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of it is meshing people to understand how that spiritual world actually looks in your physical world. Right. And people struggle with that, right? Even people struggle with the concept of God because they're like, well, I don't see it, so I don't even know. How do we know what a miracle is? And how do we know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't believe it. It's like the thing with the power of positivity. Once you believe in the power of positivity and you live in that, you don't get so much negative anymore. You really don't. And so it's all about trusting. So do I feel we have the power to cure illnesses? Okay. I'm scared to say this right now. I feel like I'm about to say some fucking Dr. Sebi shit. I just feel like I had a crazy ass epiphany right now, y'all. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. This is tripping me out. My heart is racing. So y'all know how they say there's like cures for cancer and it's like frequencies? She saw a bitch say it. You know how they say certain frequencies? Like, have y'all heard like the cure to cancer is in a frequency? And you know how they say there's recently been a video about the girl who said she feels like certain radioactivity or laser or whatever like can isolate cancer and cure it? Well, I feel like it's not that so much. Same idea, we're getting there. Okay, we're getting there. I get what they're saying and they're getting close. But what it is that, and when people can understand that there's levels and frequencies that we evolve to, like healing is a low vibrational frequency. When you're in a healing place because you have trauma, you're hurt, you're depressed, you're sad, you're upset, you're bitter, I feel uncomfortable, I feel gross. So you're bad vibes. And what does that cause? More, and you hear this, people say positive thinking heals things, right? Because you're not in a positive mindset, you create more cancer, I'm sick, I'm dying. But instead, if you higher your frequency and you believe that you don't have cancer and you live and breathe and vibrate like you're alive and vibrating, which we hear that too. So the point is, the cure to cancer is the frequency you can reach mentally. And there it is. The frequency that you reach in your mind that you can do through meditation and self-awareness and self-love, the things that the psychics and the mystics and the witches are trying to teach you, the way to connect with earth and soul and source. I want to cry. You just love yourself and you embrace your power and you reach the frequency of source and you cure yourself from the illnesses of the world. Yes, in your mind. So, when people get diagnoses, it gets worse, right? When the doctor tells you you have cancer, it gets worse, right? Because you give it power. What if you don't get the diagnosis? How many times have you heard people say, I didn't even know I had cancer? And I lived this long and then I found out and I died 3 days later, right? Because when they didn't know, they didn't give it power. So what if the reason kids are dying of cancer is because there's a parent out there that's stressed about their kid being sick? Or there's a parent over there overreacting and overthinking. You know, we have hypochondriacs out there. What if a hypochondriac is out there manifesting an illness in their child? Thank you, Skrilla. Does that make sense to y'all? Like, this shit is really affecting me right now. This is like an epiphany moment on live. I want to cry my fucking ass off. I know there's a lot of history out there about Sebi. I don't know it all, you guys. I've never read his theories or his thoughts or anything. I'm not sure what it all means. But I feel like I just... Amen, Lady B. But it's not about when your problem is bigger than your brain and your wallet. You have to tap in. It's Tap in now, regardless, every moment, every day, to get out of the vibration that allows these things to happen. Does that make sense? If it's a frequency and it's a level, and we all exist on the lower level of darkness and evil, and we need to get up here where it doesn't exist, okay? Think about that. Kids are dying down here, and we're allowing it because we're not teaching them how to vibrate up here. Kids are dying here. We exist in the hell already, and heaven is achieved through vibration. Amen. I think I'm gonna go and process this shit. It's like shit that I already knew, but at the same time, I'm processing it on a level that is very much more clear to me. It's pretty deep, and my heart is just feeling very woke. Girl, I literally just gave everybody the answer to life right here. Yeah, girl, you right. I'm gonna go. Thanks for rocking with me. I hope y'all have a good one. This was deep as fuck. I'm about to go research Dr. Sebi. Have a good day.